signed up somewhere between 50 and 150 people over the period of their career. Now that sounds like a lot of people, but if you break it down, if you were to bring in one person a month, let's say bring in 2 people a month working part-time for a year, that's 24 people. Do that for 3 years, and you're at what? 72, is that right? 72 people. And with almost no exceptions. And what you'll find is there's usually 2 to 5 people that are responsible for almost all your income. That's typically how it is. So I have a friend who shared something with me, and I'm going to share it with you because I think it's really profound and really powerful in closing up today. He said, what are the 2 questions, the 3 questions that are the holy grail of network marketing? The 3 questions that everyone wants to know. The 3 questions that when you come to training, you want to know the answers to these 3 questions. And if you have the answers to these 3 questions, you're going to just blow it up in network marketing. And everybody they listen to every CD and every download and go to every training. Some people go for years just to get the answers to these 3 questions. First one, where do I find people? It's the first question. Second question is, what? What do I say to them? What do I say to those people? And the third question is, what do I do if they say no? That's what most people ask. Those are the 3 questions. Where do I find people? What do I say to them? And what do I say if they say no? So let's just say, for example, if I had this pool of people that I'm going to give you people that want to see send-out cards. So every day I'm going to give you as many people as you want that want to see send-out cards. Could you get the rest of the job done? If they want to see it, and they come to you, I want to see this business. Can you get the rest of the job done? Could you show them what we've got? Sure. There's not a single person in this room. So what if Richard Branson came along, he said, I'm going to fund this company, and I'm going to throw $20 billion, and every single person that you talk to in the next year, I'm going to give you $500. For the next year, you can talk to as many people as you want to, and the only thing you have to do is ask somebody a question. Would you be willing to take a look at this? That's it. You say to somebody, would you be willing to take a look at this? They don't even have to say yes. That's all you do is say, would you be willing to take a look at this? And you're going to make $500. You can do as many of those as you want to every day for a whole year. How many would you do? Now here's the question. If that was the deal, if Richard Branson came to me and said, Jordan, I'm giving you a budget of $20 billion. You offer to your team, anybody that asks somebody, would you be willing to take a look at this? You give him $500. How many of you want that deal? Raise your hand. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Here's my question for you. With no training, who would you talk to? Who would you talk to? What would you say? And whatever you needed to say. What would you do if they said no? Next person, as fast as possible. How much training do you really need to know the answer to where do you find people, what do you say, and what do you do if you say no? Now I'm going to tell you something. If you start doing that, if you do that 10 times a day, the result is better than $500 per person. If you start doing that every day, the result is a large residual income. $10,000, $20,000, you write the check. $50,000 a month. You just go to people and say, would you be willing to take a look at something? You do that every day. It's better than if I gave you $500 for each person. It's better than that. And you know what? I'm a proof of that. I'm proof of that. And you know, I don't care where you are. I mean, I'm the guy that when my 1970 Maverick broke down, it sat on the street for 2 years while I took the bus to work. Not kidding you. I'm the same guy that walked down Mill Avenue in Tempe, Arizona when I was working for American West Airlines and went into the bank, or went to the ATM outside the bank at the First Interstate Bank, put my card in and kept my card, and I went into the bank and they wouldn't give me my bank card back because I had bounced too many checks. Same guy. Same guy. I'm the same guy that racked up all that credit card debt. I'm the guy that had a fight with my dad over Thanksgiving. I knew that I shouldn't talk about network marketing at our family dinner, and I wouldn't do it. I'd never bring up network marketing or my company in my family, ever. Because I knew it would always result in a fight. So we're sitting around the Thanksgiving dinner table. My dad says, how's your business going? I was living in Arizona, I was back in Chicago. And I knew to keep my mouth shut, but I didn't. I started talking about it positively. Guess what? Ended up in a fight. A fight that caused me to get up from the Thanksgiving dinner, run out the front door, and slam the door on Thanksgiving dinner. Dead. And leave. Same guy. My dad loves network marketing today. I've taken him on cruises. He's 81 years old. He loves it. He brags about me. He asks me for more copies of my books so he can give them to his friends. Same guy. But I'm that guy. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter. But I will tell you this. Your life, wherever you are, I don't care. Some of you are very successful financially, but you know what? You're trapped. You're trapped in your life, and you want out. You want a residual. You want your freedom back. It starts today. 18 months from now, completely different. If you choose it. 18 months from now. Here's some reasons why I love network marketing. I think it's the best. This is the best marketing model out there. Doesn't get any better. A startup cost. Think about all the people that want to start businesses. Traditional business, $20,000 to $250,000. Raise your hand in this room if you started a business that cost $100,000 to start. Raise your hand. Look around the room. Look around. And you know what? Most of these people, I'm not going to call anybody out. Most of them are out of business. Cost them $100,000 to get started. You start a business in network marketing for under $1,000 with an unlimited upside that you can work from home. Unlimited. Do you know a Subway does? A Subway that cost $250,000 to start, it doesn't have an unlimited upside. And do you know what? You have to hire teenagers. No offense to any teenagers in the room. But if you lock your doors, if you buy a traditional business and you choose to lock your doors, your checks stop. How about a business that you could work for 2, 3, 4 years? Lock your doors and part-time. Lock your doors and you still get a residual check for years to come. Tax benefits. Same tax benefits of a big business, but you work it out of your home. You don't have the infrastructure. How about this? No products to purchase other than your own personal consumption. Nothing to deliver. Think about all the companies out there where you have to deliver products. You got to collect money from customers. You got to stock inventory. I can't even tell you the number of people that I talk to that are in other network marketing companies that buy $1,000 a month worth of product and they're out of room. They have no place else to put it, but they're buying it so they can qualify for their check. You don't have that here. I mean, what a gift that we've got here. Now I'm going to just say this. In the United States, there are 25,000 towns and cities according to the U.S. Census. A small town, and I'm talking a town like Cottonwood, Arizona with literally 10,000 people. A small town can easily support 2 to 3 executives. That would be like someone like Bart Ratliff. He's an executive in Send Out Cards. I don't think there's any other executives in the room here. Oh, Anson Gosillo. A small town of 10,000 could easily support 2 to 3 executives, maybe more. There are 25,000 towns and cities in the United States. We have 100 executives in Send Out Cards. That means if you divided those 100 executives equally among all the towns and cities in the U.S., there'd be 24,900 towns and cities that don't have one executive. But do you know that there's 14 executives in Phoenix, Arizona? But if you took all of our executives and divided them up equally among the 25,000 towns and cities, there'd be 24,900 towns that don't have one executive, and a small town. I'm not talking about Chicago or LA. A small town can support 2 to 3 executives. That's the opportunity that you have. But it's not going to happen sitting at home. It's going to happen by putting your plan together and going to work. It's not hard. Set yourself a goal, write it down, put it somewhere you can see it every day, to share this with a minimum of 1 person a day. Put them on the live call. Get them in front of their computer, have them send a card. Fill your calendar during the time that you've made available for yourself to build this. 18 months. You could have a significant residual check if you put your mind to it and get focused. There's not a single person in this room that doesn't have the capability to do that. You spent your Saturday morning with us, right? There's a reason you're here. I'm sure it wasn't real easy getting up on Saturday morning in Las Vegas, but you're here. There's a reason. Don't do like I did for 10 years and go from training to training to training and then never see anything happen in your business. Now's the time to do it. Right? Now's the time to do it. Make your plan and get going. With that, I'd like to thank Roger Callback, who took his Saturday morning to help us.